Okay. Hi.
Hi, Hillary.
Hi, Kara.
How you doing?
Great. Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Hillary and Dr. Kara from Cultivate Fertility. We're so excited you're here. We're talking today about foods that influence ovulation, obviously an incredibly important thing, incredibly important part of fertility, ovulation. Eggs and ovulation, they sort of go together, and we love talking about how foods can influence both of these things so that you can sort of help take control of your fertility daily and add some of these things into your daily life.
And it's really exciting, right? Because you can do this stuff every single day, increasing all the nutrients we're going to talk about, and you might actually have an impact on the quality of your eggs. And you get this one moment, right, with the one egg and one sperm, and you're each donating one thing, and you want your one thing to be as good as it can be. And so food and all these nutrients really do affect it. So this is one of my favorite topics, really.
So Kara right now is in Connecticut, and it looks super lovely there. It's 8 p.m., so she totally rallied to do this at this time. And I'm in California. It's 5 o'clock here, but it's 95 degrees. So like, forgive me if I'm a little sweaty or wilty. But let's get started. So we're gonna talk about 4 different things that you can do to help influence your ovulation, 4 different kind of food types. And all of them we have recipes for. Our recipes live on our website, cultivatefertility.com. Under the blog section, you'll see recipes, and our recipes live there. Every recipe that we talk about will be on the blog. So you can just go there and print them out or look at them. And we're first going to start the story about ovulation and our Cultivate Fertility approach. So we were both trained as acupuncturists, and Kara actively does a lot of acupuncture. I do less of it, but in fertility patients, Kara, why don't you, I'll stop talking. You explain what acupuncture's role is typically in fertility treatments.
Right. So a little preview. So acupuncture is really great for fertility because it increases blood flow to the ovaries. And we know that from research, and it's amazing. But what's even better is that if you can improve the quality of what's in that blood getting to the ovaries, if key nutrients get there, you really have a chance of improving the quality of your eggs. And when we went to school, which was a really long time ago, we learned that your eggs are with you from before you're born. So when you're in your mother's womb, your eggs are there, and that over time, oxidative stress just deteriorates the quality of them, and there's not much you can do. And that has completely been debunked. And so the things we're talking about today, which Hillary started to chop and get ready for you, are things that you really can actually take charge of the quality of your eggs with. And so acupuncture helps by just getting that blood there that's filled with iron and other nutrients that are really important. Another thing that is really great to mention is that improving your overall health actually impacts your fertility. So I think that's important to say to people. So all the stuff that we talk about with diet just improves overall quality of health. It lowers inflammation and boosts all these key nutrients. And so that's what we're all about, right? Just improve your diet daily.
I just want to welcome everybody that's here on the webinar. Please know that there's a chat. You can access the chat and write us notes. If there's anything that you have questions about, please feel free. We'll try to answer your questions. We really want to help you guys on your journeys. So, all right, so Kara just gave a little explanation about, and look, there's a Hillary on the webinar.
Hi, webinar.
Anyway, so and not everybody has access to acupuncture, and what we're trying to do is bring to you our knowledge of herbal medicine and some of the ways that you can get this increased blood flow daily in your home have a similar effect as acupuncture. And one of the ways that we do it is using cinnamon and ginger. This is ginger. So I just cut this is ginger, and I just cut pieces of ginger out, and then these are cinnamon. So these are two wildly important plants when it comes to ovarian health and ovulation. One, because they're major circulatory stimulants. They help vasodilate. They help bring blood to your reproductive organs, into your tissue, which is exactly what Kara was talking about. So that when you're eating all these high nutrient foods, that they're getting there. Cinnamon also has a really added benefit of helping to regulate blood sugar. And we know that the more regulated and steady the blood sugar is, the healthier your egg quality becomes. It's just a great part of fertility. So this is this is in our morning sunrise drink that we've created, sunrise tea, that we created for our detox, our 30-day detox. That this is the booklet, and there's a recipe in there. It's also on the blog. But for during our 30-day detox, we want our clients to be using this regularly, and we've used it a lot with patients, and people love it. And
Can I ask you a question, Hill? Because people ask this all the time, right? What about low carbohydrate diets? Because you were talking about how the cinnamon balances blood sugar, and we're always talking about how blood sugar is really bad for your ovary health, the quality of your eggs, and so ovulation is obviously about that egg. So you don't want too much just basic sugar, but what about no carbohydrate or low carbohydrate diets? All the time we talk about this.
So for fertility, we want patients to be eating good, healthy carbohydrate. That good, healthy carbohydrate. And we actually feature tonight, one of our recipes is a sweet potato curry, because these good starchy carbohydrates, quinoa, brown rice, actually, one, help to calm the nervous system, but they provide a lot of fiber and prebiotics for the gut. There's a lot of reasons why we like carbohydrates in a woman's diet for fertility, especially because you can get so much more nutrient density when you're in antioxidant density with some of these foods. So we're featuring a great carbohydrate that we love, which is sweet potatoes. But
carbs are absolutely essential for ovulation. So I think that's, if you're trying to follow, the no carbohydrate or keto diet, and you're having problems with fertility, maybe you should take a look at that, because you need carbohydrates for this to function properly, as far as the egg bursting out of the ovary and becoming available to meet up with the sperm.
Oh my God, you make it sound so fun, the egg's journey. And with the flowers behind you, it's like, yes. Okay, so we've created a diet protocol that we have as a course online, and a detox protocol. Both of them go into our Cultivate Fertility diet extensively. This is obviously just an overview. We're trying to get you warmed up and to get you excited about some of the things that you can do daily. So we've got ginger, wildly beautiful circulatory stimulant. It's warming. Let's get clear though, it's 95 degrees here. So the last thing I want to do is drink a hot tea that's a circulatory stimulant, but it's awesome on ice. So this is really easy to make. When you hang out with Kara and I, you'll recognize I'm a cook. We're both cooks, and I'm a messy cook. I'm a little bit like the Swedish chef, and I don't use recipes great, but the recipe in the exact proportions is on the blog. But I do a couple knobs of ginger and some cinnamon sticks. I like mine extra cinnamony. I fill it with water, and we're making an herbal decoction. An herbal decoction is where you bring it to a boil and you slow simmer it for 10 minutes or so to help bring the medicine out of the plants. So I'm going to get that going. And over to you, Karen. I can see you have something to say.
Oh. Well, okay, so if we're talking about ovulation and Hillary's making tea, I think it's important to go back to that thing of like, what is ovulation? Because we all track this, right? And we know it's like 14 days before the onset of our period is when that ovulation usually occurs in people. And so you count backwards from like the first day you get your period, 14 days back is when you should see the ovulation occur of the LH surge, and where people use those trackers, etc. But I think that what we're talking about is sort of daily eating. And so you have to think about what's happening those last 2 weeks are not as important as what you did the 3 or 4 months before. So for men, they have it a little bit easier in this sense because that sperm's in like being made for only like, let's say 70 days. For women, it's about 14 weeks. So that egg that's going to burst and be your one chance of the baby this month, it's in production to sort of get going for 14 weeks before. So if you can eat a good diet for 3 to 4 months, it might really help you.
Wait, and this is the exciting part. Like the Journal of Fertility and Sterility, we are naturopathic doctors and we love food. Food is medicine. It is one of our main medicines that we use with our patients. And we both worked through our fertility issues with food as medicine. So it is a foundation for us. And so we've known it for years and years and years. And just recently, the Journal of Fertility and Sterility finally came out and said, actually, food has a big impact on ovulation and egg health, and kind of getting the research is showing up in the way that we know to be true with these foods. So, okay, so the first one, we can kind of talk your ear off, and we've got some videos on YouTube that you can watch where we go into it a little bit more, and obviously our digital courses go into these in a lot more detail, our diet program. And I think on our Instagram last week, which is Cultivate Fertility, is just one word, the Instagram, we talked about we had a video about ovulation. How do you know you're ovulating, and some things about ovulation that you might find interesting.
Video. But one of the foods that they talked about in diet that they're recognizing as being important are essential fatty acids. So do you want me to do the seed mixture?
Yes, please.
So essential fatty acids are those omega-3s and omega-9s from olive oil and all the things that are in a good Mediterranean diet, which is always a good basis for a healthy diet and fertility. And so one thing we make is a seed mixture like this. And again, you have a better recipe on the blog that shows you sort of how to do this at Cultivate Fertility. But this is one that you keep in the refrigerator. I'm going to just show you how to make it. It's beautiful. It's just a layer of different seeds that give you this nutrition that can help with hormone production. Seed cycling is based on this. So you're just giving your body the proper nourishment. And one problem with our fertility patients is sometimes, I'm going to tip this down so you can see it, sometimes you just don't have enough of these nutrients for your body to make hormones, create that whole process that has a really good ovulation process, and that you can do implantation and all that kind of stuff. So what you want is these fats. And some people who don't ovulate at all, like if you're one of the people where you're like, I pee on this stick every day and it's not working out, you might want to look at the fats in your diet. So this is a single serving one. So what we're promoting is that you kind of fill this up with this nut and seed mixture. It's a smaller jar. You use a glass jar always. And you keep it in the refrigerator, and you just put this on a salad, like on your greens. So the first one I have are sesame seeds. So there's a few sesame seeds for you.
Kara, as you're making this, I just want to say, one of the things that we love about this mixture, and super sorry, Kara, if you guys hang out with us long enough, you'll see that we are infamous for interrupting each other. We're totally fine with it. If it makes you uncomfortable, I'm sorry. But we just get so excited. There's some really key nutrients that your eggs need. And that's zinc, there's a lot, but magnesium, zinc, calcium, folate, okay? And this seed mix and all of the essential fats. This seed mix is really high. These variety of seeds are very high in these micronutrients, really high, fairly high in zinc, magnesium, some calcium. So that's why we like to add this seed mix. I've got mine, well, whatever. My kids moved it, but oh, here it is. So I've got mine here. Mine's all mixed up, and you can see, and I add mine onto smoothies. I throw it onto, if I'm making yogurt or yogurt bowl or a smoothie bowl in the morning, I add it on and add it on to salads. Oatmeal in the winter, if I'm making more oatmeal or quinoa-based bowls, and it just adds a lot of essential fats and helps you stay really radiant and help your eggs with the micronutrients, and the eggs get radiant. Let's think about it like that. Go ahead.
So this is high also because you would have enough in this size jar, because about 2 tablespoons of your hemp is a good source of protein. So 2 tablespoons is kind of a lot of seeds. But in here you have a number of tablespoons. So this is a really good thing to just add to like a light watery lettuce mix, and you have a really heavy good meal with a good salad dressing. And it could be used twice. You could split this in half and still have a good nutritious dose. But always good to keep around, and people love it and they stay on it. So a side benefit is that your skin's going to look really good if you eat all these good fats.
And there's a question in the chat. How do you access the blog? So the blog is, if you go to cultivatefertility.com, it's all one word, cultivatefertility.com. At the top, you'll see blog. And then I think we've got like some fertility articles and some recipes. Every recipe we cover today, you can see on the blog there. Okay.
Can I just say one last thing on the seed mix? It seems heavy. I think people are scared to eat fats sometimes because we've been brought up to think fats are bad, but you actually really need fats for this whole reproductive thing, because if your body thinks you're not getting enough fat and you're not getting enough nourishment, like if you don't eat enough fat, your body will not be thinking it really wants to reproduce. So the way the body kind of deals with that kind of nourishment stress, if you will, is that it's just going to stop your ovulation. So that potential is in a lot of patients we see. And so just making sure you get enough fats, you check that one off the list.
We have a lot of women who come and they're fit as can be, and they're in great shape. And unfortunately, what's happening is their dietary intake of fat is a little bit low. And so adding some of these dietary fats, and these are healthy fats. We're not saying go eat French fries. We're saying eat fats that help. Saturated fats are the building blocks for your hormones. If you're not consuming some of these fats, then you're not making hormone. And it is amazing when we put our patients and some people on the Cultivate Fertility diet and they're starting to eat more fat, one, energy gets better. 2, anxiety usually goes down. Obviously, anybody in a fertility journey, a real fertility journey, is under some degree of stress. Fats help to soothe and coat the nervous system. We talk about it a lot. It's one of the things that we try to shift a fear away from and really get our patients eating a lot of them on our diet and our detox program. Okay, so we want great circulatory stimulants. The ginger and the cinnamon is starting to become incredibly aromatic. It's delicious. We want great essential fatty acids with tons of micronutrients that we can get through the seeds. And now we want to talk about antioxidants. So antioxidants remember how Kara was talking about oxidative stress, and how some oxidative stress is sort of the toxins we're exposed to, some of the stress hormones we're exposed to. It can cause stress and strain on the eggs themselves. We want to help reduce oxidative stress with antioxidants. And the best way to get antioxidants is through our diet and sometimes supplementing them. But we want to show you a thing that we love, our smoothies and smoothie bowls. It's a big part of our eating program because they're easy and you can fill them up. So I'm going to make one of our favorite antioxidant smoothies. You can watch us make it on YouTube if you want to hear more about it. I think it's on YouTube, or it's definitely on the blog post. And so this is one of the recipes in our 30-day detox booklet. So when you do our 30-day pre-pregnancy detox, you get this beautiful kind of booklet that explains all about the detox. This is about making the tea, and then explaining the way that we like our plates. And then in the back, there's these beautiful recipes. So this is our cherry mint smoothie recipe. Can I take a second? Wait, what?
Yours looks exactly like that.
Can I take mine? Mine might not look just like this, but it's going to taste delicious. I want to talk about not just antioxidants for this smoothie. The antioxidants also are coming into play with the 4th recipe that Kara's going to show us. One other really important thing that is offered in this smoothie is reducing our cortisol and increasing melatonin. Kara wants, I can see her. She's like, she wants to talk about melatonin. So,
well, I just
melatonin and egg health for just a second.
Well, yeah, I just think it's so pertinent to everyone who's looking at anyone who's trying to get pregnant and has found us, and any of our patients come in, there's some stress component here. And so back to the thing about, not eating enough carbs causing a nutritional stress in your body, or not eating enough of the right fats causing a nutritional stress in your body. And also just this chronic stress of, am I going to get pregnant this month? And then your period comes and it's devastating, and your friends are all posting, oh, I'm pregnant, or here's my newborn, and it's devastating. And so this emotional piece that we deal with when we're struggling with fertility, which both Hillary and I struggled for years with infertility, is a big issue that's not addressed properly, I think, sometimes. And I think the food and this smoothie, and maybe really thinking about your food every day, might really help, because again, that chronic stress is not going to help with ovulation. It can block ovulation, chronic stress, by changing the hormones in your brain, actually, like the master hormone overseer, because your body perceives danger, and any danger out there, it just makes sense that it would be like not a good time to have a baby if there's danger constantly. And that's what stress feels like to the body. And it can be nutritional stress, it can be emotional stress, any kind of stress is not good for ovulation. And it's funny, because if you talk to women who were in a really stressful time, remember when we were having exams and stuff at school, Hillary, and people would get pregnant, and it was like, oh, I ovulated at a totally different time than I usually do. And it's stress will change all these things around.
So we want foods that calm you and that calm your nervous system. This is a smoothie that we love. One, because it's high in antioxidants. Two, it's rich in melatonin food. So melatonin is a hormone that comes at night when you sleep. It actually is an incredible antioxidant for your eggs. So, and it sort of deactivates the stress hormone at night. It's this calm, smoothing, heal your body antioxidant and sleep hormone, and it helps combat against cortisol, which is
but people don't get this. It's in food. People think that go to the drugstore and get it in a bottle. Melatonin is naturally in foods.
Though many of our patients do take it, and we do give it in higher doses in a bottle, and we sell it on our website in a bottle because sometimes that's what's needed. But I love this because it comes in cherry. And so this is our favorite cherry smoothie. We use cherries a lot because of the melatonin. But so this has got cherry. Many of our smoothies have some sort of vegetable. This has cucumber. And I think that the recipe, I've got it right here, is for spinach. I didn't have spinach, so I grabbed fresh romaine from my cute deck garden that is totally producing, and it's so fun. This has mint in it, and the mint makes it beyond kind of special, the cherry mint. Okay.
Circulatory stimulant, right? Mint.
Another circulatory stimulant to feed your eggs and reproductive organs, to get blood flow. It's not in the recipe on the blog, but I have parsley growing on my deck, and I put parsley in every smoothie because it's got a ton of minerals. And so I'm greening it out. Another food that has melatonin in it is almond. And so I use this almond milk. This is just with almond in water. I use that as the milk. And then what's one of the foods that makes women the happiest?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, I would say a really good salad, something not so heavy.
Gosh, you're such a naturopathic nerd. No, what's like a food that women want to eat when they're like grumpy, PMSy? Okay, so we put in this recipe cacao nibs, and cacao is not chocolate exactly, but it is a superfood, and it has this incredible crunch and yummy taste. It's loaded with antioxidants, and it has a really calming effect on the nervous system. It makes you feel good. It makes you happy. So not only are you kind of getting melatonin, so I think this is a great dessert smoothie. So it kind of gets you ready for bed. and it helps make you feel good. Now, if you're super sensitive to caffeine or something, the cacao might be a little too stimulating. In the morning, I put our Cultivate Fertility protein powder in this. We've got an organic protein powder with greens. I always put that in the morning. At night, not so much. But so
I blend it up a little bit and then put that in at the end so that it can still be like crunchy, almost like a mint chip ice cream kind of.
Okay, I'll do it your way.
I don't know. It's so good, but it gets stuck in your straw. I'll warn you.
I'm gonna make noise. Oh wait, I didn't put enough. So again, I'm not giving you exact measurements because that's not the kind of way I cook. And if you hang out with me for a while, you're gonna eventually start cooking like me. I want you to feel it. But so this feels right. I'm gonna go blend. Kara, back to you.
Okay, I'm gonna go on to the next recipe, which is, okay, I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna go over to show you really beautiful vegetables that are going in our next recipe. Again, it's on the blog. So how can I see? Okay, these are all the vegetables. And we have red pepper, sweet potatoes, celery, carrots. I just like to chop them up in a different way. And this makes a really delicious curry. So let's see where we are here. Okay. So it's very simple, this recipe. And it calls for ghee or butter to begin with. So I'm just going to put a little bit in a pan and then put all the vegetables in it. And again, this recipe, it looks very healthy because it has all these brightly colored fruits and vegetables, but it tastes so good because it has a really good balance of your sweet, salty, and kind of spicy because it has a lot of those circulatory stimulants in it. And it's called, what's it called? Sweet potato
curry. Sweet potato curry. It's in our detox booklet. It's also on the blog. It's an incredible recipe. I've used it with detoxes for years because it's very easy to pull together. You can use any combo of vegetables. So if like red pepper is not your jam and you want broccoli or something like that, it totally works great. The seasonings bring that like Indian kind of curry feeling, but it's pretty light. And the coconut milk we love because it gives you great fats for your hormone building. It coats your nerves so that you actually feel happy. Your nervous system feels really calm. And it's really fast and easy to pull together.
So fast to make.
My patients love it. Wait, can I just show off really fast while you're cooking?
Definitely.
How'd I do?
Oh, see, this is, you poured me a cup. Oh, so
I
nice.
made you a cup. Wait, you can see these are the cacao nibs on the top. Instead, I'm giving it to my daughter. But it's delicious. And one thing I just want to say is that we're showing you a lot of recipes, and the truth is we're busy doctor women and entrepreneurs, and we're busy, and we know our patients are busy, and we know you guys are busy, and you're trying to fit in all these things, changing your lifestyle, getting yourself healthy on your fertility journey. Sometimes it's just hard to make antioxidant rich food all the time. And so we do have some shortcuts. And one of them is this powder that we both use if we are needing a little extra. This is called Drink Your Antioxidants. It's an incredible blend of, it's got fiber, it's got vegetables, it's got fruit and berries, a ton of phytonutrients. It's got some probiotics and some digestives in it. So it's just one of those where you can add it in if you're feeling, if it was one of those days where you just couldn't get in all the antioxidants that you wanted. There are great ways that you can support your body as well. Do you like this smoothie? Am I getting a thumbs up? Mm-hmm. Good. Thumbs up. So
I checked all the ingredients. All I did was coat it with the herbs, and you'll see it's garam masala, it's turmeric, salt, pepper, and cumin. And now I'm just putting in coconut oil. Coconut. And I'm just gonna stir it up, and I'm gonna put a cover on and let it cook a while. And this is absolutely delicious. It has almost all the nutrients we actually talked about. for antioxidants are in here, and it has good fats in it with the coconut milk, and it has a great flavor, all the circulatory stimulants, and the carbs that you need for proper ovulation are in here too. So this is a great, easy recipe. And people always ask if they can put it on quinoa or rice or something like that. And of course you can, because you kind of want to get the flavor in it.
While you're finishing that, how about, can I finish our tea?
Absolutely.
And I just keep wanting to like bring it back to sort of summarize, because we're throwing a lot of different concepts, but generally what we're saying is your eggs and your ovulation are totally impacted by the foods that you eat. We want to increase your nutrient density, and then we want to get the nutrients there. So we're increasing circulatory stimulants. So that the sweet potato curry has some other herbs that are circulatory stimulants. You can also add ginger to it. Ginger's an awesome addition. And the tea that we're doing in the morning for our detox, for sure, we have people doing it every morning. And so many of our clients and patients love it that they end up just staying on it. And what it is it's the cinnamon and ginger. Basically, the cinnamon and ginger medicine. It smells so good, and it works as a circulatory stimulant. You can make a big batch, put it in the fridge, and use it, drink it as iced tea. But then what we do is we add to it, I'm like left with all my small cups, the juice of a lemon. Why don't you talk about the lemon juice while I'm trying to find a cup that works?
Lemon's really high in vitamin C, and lemon is a fertility superfood, actually. It has so many good things going on with it. But one thing that we really like to tell people is not to eat the seeds of the lemon too. So avoid the lemon seeds, but in the morning detox tea that we have, we like it because it's an antidepressant, it's a circulatory stimulant to your brain, and it has that really good vitamin C for the quality of your eggs. We really like lemon in a lot of different ways. And you can also, people just have warm lemon water in the morning. That's one way to do it, but this one's so much better with the cinnamon and the cayenne and the ginger, because then you get an even more potent circulatory stimulant, which you really want as far as getting nutrition to your eggs and supporting your ovulation in general. So I think that lemon, you could have it also in water throughout the day.
So in our detox program, our 30-day detox program, we really ask our clients to try to be off caffeine for 30 days, because we see for our fertility patients, it makes a difference. And this is the most incredible substitute. Now, I'm a total coffee drinker, and so I'm not like Pollyanna or naive about it. It's not like quite the same as a cappuccino, but I'm telling you, in the morning, it works incredibly for just that alert, wake up, revive, and it starts your day. I always tell my patients, you can start your day dirty or you can start your day clean. And so when I start my day with a cappuccino, I'm starting it dirty. I like it sets me up for like sugar cravings. My energy crashes. When I start my day with my detox tea, I start my day clean, and I tend to make cleaner choices throughout the day, helping me now with my perimenopausal symptoms, not fertility. But anyway, that's a different story. Anyway, but it just starts the day out where you're like, your energy feels really calm and clear, but you get great vasodilation. And instead of causing some of the issues that coffee can cause for fertility, and we go into that a lot more in our detox, but it brings all these nutrients right into your ovaries, and it just helps to get things going, helps your liver get moving, helps your gut get going, helps digestion flow. So we're all about it. So here you just have your ginger and your cinnamon tea decoction. I add the juice of a lemon. I got fresh lemons from my friend's amazing tree. Look at them. Like insane.
Wow. Unbelievable. They're huge.
The California bounty is happening right now. It's going off. And and then we really love to add a dash of cayenne. Now, cayenne is one of those plants. It's very moving. It's a major circulatory stimulant. So like what ginger and cinnamon have, cayenne has even more. It pushes. I used to live in Boston, and I'm super sensitive to cold, and I would take cayenne pills to help keep my hands warm. So it like works as a medicine. So some people it doesn't work for, other people love it. But so I just take, here, you can't even see me. I just do a little bit, okay, well that was a lot.
Oh,
of cayenne, and
that'll get your circulation going for sure.
Going. But so most people just really report that after doing this in the morning, they feel awesome. And many people return back to it, especially in the winter, but many people return back to it around 3 in the afternoon, 3 or 4 in the afternoon, when you're feeling a natural slump in your body's energy. It's one of those things that can be a great healthy pick-me-up, and you know you're doing something great for your eggs. And like I said, it's great on ice. So
and people stay on it. So people who try it and actually get rid of their coffee or tea in the morning and try and lower their caffeine because they're maybe trying to get pregnant, and it's, you know, supposed to be less than 200 milligrams a day of caffeine if you're trying to get pregnant. For some reason, this works so well because they keep letting us know that they just stayed on it. It tastes delicious. It makes you feel good. You feel like clean and uplifted. It's wonderful. So I love that tea so much. I like it iced a lot.
me too. Okay, so I just want to, we're sort of wrapping up. We don't want to overwhelm. Mm-hmm. We want you to remember you can get all the blogs. And then on our Instagram, our friend helps us with our Instagram, and she writes these incredible posts, and there's a lot of information about antioxidants. If you go back a couple weeks, it was all about antioxidants. We just posted an ovulation video. And we have a course on our website. If you go to our website under courses, we have a free course that we would love for you to see if you're interested to just learn a little more, where we spend a couple minutes talking about questions that we get a lot in clinic. Exercise, stress, ovulation, sugar, some of the main things that people want to know about fertility. And if you're interested in learning more about food and fertility, please, oh please, join our detox. It is 30 days sometimes sounds overwhelming or scary for people, but it's not it's a very manageable detox. We're really into balancing your life. We're not trying to make it hard, but it's a great way of eating for you, your partner, a friend. And you really just learn a lot about food, a lot about hydration and the importance for hydration and fertility, the importance of circulation in fertility. We use a lot of different hydrotherapy techniques, the importance for regulating your stress hormones in fertility. So it's a very comprehensive program. It's all done by video, and then you get your booklet in the mail, and we have supplements, a detox supplement blend that we created that goes along with it. You can get that or not. So that would get also sent to you in the mail if you're interested in that. But we're just really wanting to expand our platforms from our practices and get more people involved, spread the word that so much can be done for your fertility right in your kitchens, right in your home, that you can have a really incredible impact, not only on your fertility, but your pregnancies and for your babies. Everything you learn, we kind of move into baby care, and for your future health and the health of your family. Like, we're just super passionate. So we're really glad you were with us today. If there's any questions, please ask us in the chat if you need something. And then Kara and I have our just a Cultivate Fertility on Facebook. We have a Facebook group where people ask questions of us, and we like to answer questions. So that's a place too.
Something in the middle of the night tonight, like maybe they have an idea, send us a question. We'll be happy to try and help.
Yeah. What else? Anything else? Did I forget something?
I don't think so. I hope that you can follow up with the different recipes and start doing this stuff every day, because it's about, improving general health daily. General choices in your life daily can have a big impact here. And if it looks dire, just stick with it and see what can happen if you change your diet and lifestyle.
Where can I find more information about the cleanse? Oh, if you want more information about the cleanse, cultivatefertility.com is the website, and under courses, if you click on 30-day pre-pregnancy detox, you'll get like a ton of information about it, and even a video where we talk about why we believe detoxification, or just cleaning up your diet, cleaning out. One big thing we go through is toxins in the environment, or toxins in your household, or in body products that are common. So not only do you get this booklet, but you get some really gorgeous other handouts that we've created to help support your hydration, looking at toxins in your body, body products. So we're just trying to reduce your toxic burden, increase your nutrient density by having you eat delicious foods. We do a lot of cooking in this kitchen. There are a lot of showing you foods, and talking about circulation, how you can really get sort of like that acupuncture-like benefit doing circulation, and we have meditations and a lot of different ideas. You can sort of see them here.
It's a really thorough class.
Ways to kind of reduce your stress hormones, which we know has a direct impact on your egg health, your ovulation, your fertility. So anyway, we're super psyched you guys spent time with us today, and much love to y'all, and we're here if you need us.
We hope you get the family you want.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. See you soon. Thank you. Bye, Kara. Love you.
Love you. Bye.